Hello, darling.
G'day, sweets.
How are we?
Good. Very good. Happy Monday.
I know, it's Monday. We don't normally record on a Monday, do we? But, you know, we'll have to this week because I had a bit of a busy week last week. But
Yes.
we're going to talk about that on the next pod because we're a bit delayed, aren't we? We're going to have to do 2 recordings this week.
Play a little bit of catch up, yeah. But Monday's the worst day of the week. What's my favourite day of the week?
I don't like why you say, I don't like that you say that because actually you love being organised and doing your to-do lists. I feel like you thrive on a Monday morning between the hours of 5 a.m. and 9.
Yeah, well, I don't hate Mondays either, but I just love getting Monday out of the road. And then it's all downhill from there, uphill. It's all gravy after that.
You reckon?
Yep, with Wednesday being my favourite day, hump day. Hump day means when you really are on the downhill to Friday then.
Saturday, Sunday.
What?
Well, I never used to get that Friday feeling because I worked shifts, so I didn't really understand that people would love to go and have a beer or like go and have a drink on a Friday because I just used to work weekends and stuff all the time.
Yeah.
And now I work Monday to Friday, although I literally work Saturday, Sundays as well, but probably not as much as Monday to Friday. I do get it. I do get that buzz to go, oh, do you know what?
Now you do.
I feel like I'm repping for Stanley today. Yeah. And I've also got nails that match. So I bought myself a coffee. I bought myself a little Stanley coffee mug for when I walk the dog and stuff. Although I don't really use it that much then because I don't really drink coffee before I eat.
Stuff.
And then I also they've got these new Stanley no drip.
Shout out Stanley. Do you want more product or something?
No, I paid for all these. This is a no, what's it called? Spill.
No spill.
Which is good because I am really bad with my other one because it spills everywhere. So I'm absolutely buzzing.
They got a Yetis though as well. Shout out Yeti.
I don't like the Yeti as much as the Stanners. I'm not going to lie.
Yeti is the goat. But yeah, how was your week? We'll kick off with how your week was.
Oh, I've had a lovely week. In terms of like worky bits, I was feeling a little bit overwhelmed last week with lots of different work. And one of my clients actually messaged me and was like, don't worry, like we don't need to have a call this week if you're feeling overwhelmed. And I was like, whoa. I was like, no, I promise you. I was like, the hypnobirthing is the easiest part of my job. It is not teaching that is hard. That is easy. It rolls off the tongue. It's the admin. It's the website stuff. It's the emailing. It's all of that stuff that I get overwhelmed with because I've got so many different tabs open in my mind all the time. I just sometimes never finish any of them. So that's where I struggle a little bit. But well, I launched my website, didn't I, a couple of weeks ago. So I've had some sales through that, which I'm absolutely buzzing about. I also had a couple of messages through over the last week. One from a company, I can't remember what they're called, something Her. And it's basically a platform where people who are like women owners, like small businesses, it's like a platform you pay like a subscription to be on there. And it's where people come to find things like hypnobirthing, parent education, birth education, lots of different things to help with women or small businesses. So I was like, that's quite cool. Yeah. And then I've been invited on Mon's podcast. Well, you know, Lasivo, the breast pump place.
You going to cheat on us?
No, I went to a baby expo in Melbourne the other week and I worked with a company called Lasivo, which honestly, they're in-bra breast pumps. I'm not just bigging them up because like I worked there and did a weekend with them. That's the first time I'd used the product and tried the product and it's incredible. So yeah, I've got a discount code if anyone wants one. Just slip me a message. Anyway, they're doing like a podcast for breastfeeding week later on in the year and Mon messaged me to ask, which is our friend, to ask if I wanted to go on there. Yeah, so I was like, amazing, that'll be fun. So I'm looking forward to that. Yeah. Other than that, Eloise and Tom were here, which was really exciting. We'll talk about a little bit about that later, but we had the best time. Oh, we had the best time. I'm so sad they've gone, but we're going to see them in Bali.
They had to leave, yeah.
How was your week, honey?
A little bit. It was good, babe. Very good. Jesus, what have I done? I guess work stuff. I did a really exciting, closed an exciting deal for work with a winery in Heathcote called Jasper Wines.
Yeah.
So Jasper Wines is a family-run sort of boutique-y, sort of small vineyard in Heathcote. Their wine is elite. Like it goes for north of $250 a bottle in restaurants here in Melbourne. And met the owners and they're happy to stock us with their wines.
That's exciting.
In our cabin. So
we need to try some.
We can increase Yeah, well, we've got the cases at home, don't we? We bought.
Oh, dear.
I bought home the first shipment.
Is that a good idea? Just
And,
chilling in our garage.
Expensive wine, wholesale. We're just necking it at home. So we're going to stock some really beautiful wine that I'm really excited about to get that in the cabins. We just closed our new design for one of the cabins.
I'm buzzing about this. This is epic.
We're putting a big feature skylight in the top of the cabins, aren't we, over the bed.
So for people who don't know, you make luxury eco cabins, and you've got several out there already that have one specific design, but you went to stay at Bubble?
Oh, Bubble Retreats.
Yeah.
Yes. Our good friend Tim Harper owns Bubble Retreats down in Wilson's Prom. It's elite. So shout out to them if you want to check them out. But yeah, we went and stayed there, and it just opened my eyes. It's like a inflatable.
It's a dome, isn't it?
It's a dome. It's an inflatable bubble. So
that you can see out of.
It has a turbine that runs 24/7. So you have to go in the door and shut it real quick. Otherwise, the whole thing will deflate.
Really?
Yeah, it has like a big jet,
Can you hear it?
It's really low hum. It's fine. Okay. It's really quiet. But yeah, because it's inflated with air, it's frameless. So there's nothing distracting your view when you're in bed or in the bubble, which is really neat. And it was about 3 o'clock in the morning that I saw the true beauty of it. It was when you're lying in bed and you sort of wake up in the middle of the night and you sort of stare up. You're looking directly up in the stars and you can see the stars. When
Amazing.
you ever get to do that, that little bit there, I went, that is huge.
Yeah, of course.
So
because you don't have that in your cabins.
We don't
at the
have
moment.
that. We have a roof. We just have a ceiling. So,
but you do have windows all the way around.
We have lots of glass.
Yes, so many windows.
It's super expensive, but it's very important for our product. So now we're just going to transfer it up onto the ceiling and have like I think it's the largest skylight you can have sort of in a cabin like that you can transport because it has a modular and we're going to move them around. So there was some architectural and safety design issues, but
my main question is if a bird poos on there, who's cleaning that? Because if there's bird poo all over the top of it, it's going to ruin your
Not
stars.
Us, so we don't need to worry about it. Might look like a star. We'll work it out. There'll be a mechanism. There's a thingy-majiggy for everything.
This is true. It's not that high either.
On brush,
Get Morris up there.
Uncle Morris. Yeah, Morris, our maintenance man. What a great man. Yeah, so that design's locked in and okayed by the builder. So it's going to be really, really cool. So I'm really pumped about that.
Yeah, I'm excited. That'll be fun. And also I like it because we get to go and test all of these things out or whatever, first.
Yeah. Well, on Thursday we're going to test out not a competitor, but a more of a family friend of ours, farm stay accommodation business. Yeah.
You're taking me on a horse. I'm not sure how I feel about that.
And the owners are going to take us, give us a special treat. They've got some horses, so we're going to be jumping up on the back of, we're going to be barebacking some big stallions.
Big daddies. I'm used to that with you, aren't I, hun? Okay, right. I have actually got, so we're doing a segment, aren't we? ADHD, and I'm so ADHD. I am so ADHD. I do whatever. Have you got one for the week?
We've got a couple.
Only one? Just give us one.
You know how we're always in a rush? We're always
forever.
feeling like we're rushing.
Yeah.
Even, the speeding thing, and you feel like you need to go the maximum speed limit even though you've got nowhere to go to. Mine's when it comes to the toilet and I need to take a piss.
Oh, darling. Yes, okay.
What?
Go to the toilet
Going
for a pee.
Going to the toilet for a number one.
Thank you. Yep.
And I'm halfway through, and I know I'm only halfway through, but I'll hit flush.
Really?
And so it's flushing whilst I'm going.
That is why there's still wee in there.
No. And then it's so silly because I need to hit flush again after I'm finished. So I know what I'm doing. This is the other part to it as well. I don't know if it's like an ADHD thing or not, but when you're doing stuff,
habit,
you kind of go, oh, I know I know this. I know this is dumb. This is the dumbest thing I'm doing today, and I did it yesterday. I've done it 3 times today.
No way.
I'm rushing, and I'll just flush and then keep going. And then I'll flush again. I'm not leaving.
No, but sometimes on a morning, if it's really dark,
if it's
I
yellow,
do go in
mellow
there.
anyway. You're talking about saving the planet one coffee at a time.
But I'm like, why is there still wee in there? Why? I'm sure isn't. But it's only half skis.
Yeah,
it's like a bit
it's
brown.
diluted.
It's a bit brown. It's not.
brown.
It's not like. And I'm just like, that is really
That's me.
odd. But yeah, that is just.
Tato's been there.
We can't do that because we'll get a wet bum as a girl.
Yeah.
Unless you want to wash your arse.
Yeah. Well, that's what I do.
That's funny.
Which is just
because you want to Get out there.
I'm just trying to go. I want to go, and it's not flushing, thinking it's going to speed things up.
The wee.
Yes, to speed the wee up, but it doesn't.
Do you do it for
I love taking my time in the toilet.
Do you do it for competition to see whether you can finish it by the time that it finishes flushing? Because that's something that I would probably be like.
Subconsciously, it's like, is it going to speed me up?
Yeah.
Or I'm going to be faster. I'm going to be in and out of the bathroom.
Yeah.
Doesn't happen. What's yours?
Mine this week, and you will back me on this because you're always saying it to other people about me, how jumpy I am. No. You know, like if something's not even that scary or there's like a tiny, like a bit of a loud noise, I'm like, oh,
yeah.
Ah, ee, and you're always going, oh, ah, ee, ah.
Yeah, you sound like a monkey. We'll go over the faintest bump in the car. You go, geez, that was bad. Was that a pothole?
I feel, do you know what it is? It's funny because I'm so loud. Like I am pretty loud. Everything that I do is quite loud. Like I really try and be quiet, but I either trip over, fall over, bash something, make such noise. And it's funny because Tom, Eloise's Tom, his dad said, I do not know how you do hypnotherapy because you are so loud. But actually, I am very good at switching my voice up. However, why I get so jumpy over the smallest things, I do not know. And I catch myself going, why did I just do that? But it's just this, it's like a loud noise. I remember when I was a kid and it was my 8th birthday. Can we just please talk about the fact that Harry Potter was out 25 years ago?
Was it?
The first Harry Potter, 25 years ago. Do you think they'll do a remake of that ever?
Makes you feel old, does it?
Yes.
You feel old?
Because I was talking about the fact that when I went to go and see Harry Potter when I was about 8 years old, I went for my birthday. I was sat in the front row. Never do that again. And it was the Philosopher's Stone. Was it the Philosopher's Stone? And the snake comes out of the water.
Professor Snape.
No, the snake. He's not a Harry Potter fan, which gives me such, it's just devastating, really. So there's a scene where the snake comes firing out of the water. I think it's on the first one. And I have this thing about covering my ears up, don't I? When I go to sleep, I have to have the covers, even if I'm sweating. I have to have the covers over my ears in case something comes into my earlobe. And I punched myself in the face because I was so scared because it was so loud. I full on whacked myself in the ear. And I was like, ah! And I really hurt myself. And now I'm just scarred by that. And another thing that I used to do when I was a kid is when I flushed the toilet at night, I would run and dive on the bed because I hated flushing it. I don't really flush it anymore at night because it's silly.
What's with the flushing thing? What?
Because
you think you're going to get sucked down?
At night, I thought something would come and get me, that noise, like in the eerie, quiet house. And then I'd flush the toilet and I'd run and dive in my bed because I would be scared something was going to get me.
Yeah, you're really jumpy. Jumpy and noises that just come out of your mouth are...
I know.
They're all strange.
Do you know what, though? I also wrote down one for you the other day because I just... Honestly, sometimes I just look at you. No, this is for you. This is I am so ADHD. I from Clayton. So the other day, I don't know if you'll remember, we walked to a bakery on Saturday morning, buzzing. Took us about half an hour to leave the house, even though we said it would be 5 minutes. But, walk into the bakery. He chains the dog up while we go in to order. Then we come back outside and he looks and he goes, oh, who's silly enough to leave their hoodie over the fence? And he went, oh, that's mine. That's my hoodie.
And it was pale pink too, so it's like pretty recognisable. It wasn't a black one just hanging over there.
Oh, and
I couldn't believe I did that.
I know, because you forgot you'd put it there, even though, and I've just done it today. My Aura ring, I dropped it on the floor yesterday lunchtime, and I've still forgot to put it on. And I keep saying to myself, get the ring, and then I get distracted.
It's tough.
Thank you so much, by the way, for everyone who's messaged in. I've got quite a few. I'm not going to go through all of them. I'm going to save some for next week. But for the I Am So ADHD, we've now got an email, which is t@gmail.com. So if you've got any I Am So ADHD, or if you've got partners or friends or anything and you can talk on their behalf that you just think is funny, send them in, or DM me on Following Sydney and just title it I Am So ADHD. But I've got one. There was no name, like the name was like a bit weird on Instagram, so I didn't know what the woman's actual name was. It says, my partner is so ADHD that he lost his car in a staff car park at the Metro Centre, which is in Newcastle. He was so convinced it was stolen, the police started tracking it down. looking at CCTV and they found it on the staff car park on the other side of the hedge to where he thought he'd parked it.
That is unreal. The cops there.
No, it's so embarrassing, isn't it?
That's unreal.
Oh, God.
Poor bastard.
God. And you'd just be like, get me fucking home right now.
That is absolutely something I would do.
Yeah. I have to take photos. I said it last week. I have to take a photo where my car is. Otherwise.
To report it stolen's the next level as well. I don't know if I'd go that far.
I know. I did that nearly the other week when I was here. I was panicking, ringing you. And sometimes now I just go, Sydney, don't do anything brash. Just wait.
This reminds me of a story. Can I get it out
Yeah,
before
go
I forget
on.
it? Fucking hell. So an ex-girlfriend of mine lived in Sydney and we had to drive all the way from Sydney
What
to
was her
Melbourne.
name? I'm going for her.
Anyway, let me lose the story. And our car conked out. It's a long drive. Our car conked out. Her car, I was driving hers with all of her shit in it. We're driving back. And it conked out on the side of the freeway with only like we were like 40 minutes from home. And so we had to call RACV, didn't have RACV, so I had to sign up on the spot quickly, get someone out. And before they come out, they go, hey, just checking that you didn't, you're not run out of fuel.
Oh,
and I'm
my
like,
God.
Nah. I'm like, nah,
Definitely not.
absolutely fucking not. Just filled up. We did fill up once, but you got to fill up twice. Sydney's
It's
fucking
8 hours.
Yeah. So we did fill up, but the second leg, I just didn't realise it was another 5 hours of whatever it was of drive. It was longer or something, but it was enough. The simple math was that you can't make it on what we filled up with. and it's like I skipped over it. I was looking, I sat in the car, 5-lane highway on the Hume, and I'm just like, nah, told him, nah, swore black and blue. And then we're sort of texting everyone, we're conked out, something's wrong, it's
You
broken
didn't even
down.
look at that point when he said on the phone.
He got there and hopped in once. He hops in and goes, you're out of fuel. And I went,
I bet he was fuming.
yeah. And we told everyone that it was broken down and, we didn't know what it was. And we're looking alternators and had the hood up. And
The thing is, though, is they told you on the phone.
it was so, but because, I know.
Oh, God, babe.
Because someone else comes, it like exacerbates how dumb you are, how silly I should say.
And sometimes you can't see for looking. You know, like if you're looking like there's an issue and then you need a fresh pair of eyes and you're like both dumb as each other. Oh, God, that's so embarrassing. So what did he do? Did he get you some fuel?
So because they asked before they come out, they don't have heaps of space in their cars. So then they had to, when he got there, he goes, you do need fuel. And we asked you before, so we didn't bring any jerry. So then he had to leave to go get fuel to come back.
No.
So he was pissed off. We
Oh,
were super
no.
embarrassed. We'd already told everyone, all our friends and stuff, because we're all taking selfies on the side of the road, lying on the picnic,
course you were.
lying in the pillows and just lying because it took ages for them to
Did
come.
it really?
Yeah. Then it took ages to come back.
Oh, no, you dickhead.
And everyone's like, it was just fuel. So we copped it for that.
Oh, that's good. A lady called Katie said, I'm so ADHD, I bought my mum her 50th birthday card. I'm 51. She was actually 74. I was so sure she was still 50. I'm like, what? How? Isn't that bizarre?
It's bizarre.
I mean, I've bought the wrong card accidentally, but
You bought me a Happy Father's Day card for my birthday, so
I did say, well, like you're a dad, you're the best dad. So yeah, I guess it's a thing where you still think people are the same age. You know, like when someone tells
blue
you
everything, blue ribbons, blue wrapping paper. It just, and you were none. Like I saw the shock on your face. You were like, oh yeah, I can see what that looked like to you.
I had another one as well, a couple actually. A lady called Megan said she went to put the washing away last night and ended up clearing 4 sacks out of clothes and it took her 3 hours. And that is such a common theme, is like the hyperfixation of going to do a task and then seeing the mountain of other stuff and you go, do you know what? I'm just going to do all of it. And then you think, fuck, I had loads of jobs that I needed to do and I've just got so obsessed with doing that job. Great, but I didn't actually need to do that and that was not a priority. But because it was in my eye line, you know?
One thing I want to know is if someone's not diagnosed ADHD but still goes into that scenario and goes out and sees goes to do one task and then just powers through it all, does that happen like regularly or a little bit? It happens sometimes, wouldn't it? But for us ADHD is it always happens. You can't not do it.
Yeah, but it's
You
the other
always
way.
will just
Because remember when
do it
I
all
moved
together.
into yours, you had tops you could crack. You could snap in half in your laundry pile.
Tops?
Yeah, you had T-shirts you could crack
you
in
reckon
half. It would be in there for 3, 6, 4, 5, 7, 8 months. Because ADHDs can go the... Don't know what you were doing
So
into
much
that.
mayo on that. Mayo on that story.
There was like, yeah, there was just lots of stuff.
Neatly stowed away. That's why. If I can't see it, it's not in my line of sight and everywhere's spick and span and clean, that'll do.
Yeah, because we've got the chute. So the chute, like for me, I empty the full chute in a wanna, don't I? I'll do the washing and there'll be nothing left in that chute. But you would just leave it, wouldn't you? Yeah. And you would only wash what you need when, wouldn't you?
Yeah, make me sound. For all my close friends and family who know me, they'll be like, "Well, no, he's like OCD. Like I'm normally on top of it, but yeah."
No, you are. You're very, very tidy and very, very good with cleaning. Yes. But if you don't see it, it's not there. So unless you go into the laundry room where you see them, or you physically need a top and you go, shit, where's that top? And you open the laundry thing and you go, oh, fuck, there's a massive pile of laundry there. But I've only actually got time to clean one T-shirt. So I'm just going to pull one T-shirt out and put that in the wash and dry it, because that's what you would do. Then you go, brilliant. And then you'll forget it until the next time you need a T-shirt.
But the laundry room is now your room. You're very good at that room.
It's my favourite job. I could take offence to that, but it is a bit of a pink job, and I do enjoy it.
Just playing your game.
Yeah.
You pick me up and pump my tyres up about jobs that you really want me to do.
I don't want to do.
So good at taking the pins out. Oh, you're very good at it.
He's so good at cleaning the dog poo out.
Yeah.
What the helly? See, do you want to go on? You go with this. Have you got anything for the what the helly? Because we did have a bit of a chat with Eloise about switching it up.
Yeah, we did. She had some really good input. She said you should maybe, what about calling what the helly protect and preserve, which is what I said to you one time, and we've ran with that early in our relationship. I think we spoke about it on one of our earlier
last week. Last week we talked about it. I've listened to it.
Yeah, so like whenever you do something that pisses me off, I just go,
P&P.
P&P, Clayton. And you got, and the secondary thing to that, and just as important, is that you have to like say it out aloud so that the other person hears and acknowledges that you've acknowledged a situation.
Yeah.
They acknowledge that you've gone,
I don't
really like this, but I'm going to do it anyway.
Yeah.
And that's it. You know, it's just stopped and you can move on. And it's a way for the other person, the partner to go, okay, that's good, thank you.
Yeah, because it's quite nice. It's like that recognition that if you're saying P&P, it means that you really didn't really want to make that decision, but you're open. You're preserving the discomfort. So you just go.
And I'm not saying it'll work for everyone. I just thought of it one time.
Yeah, we did it as a joke.
I did pick it up somewhere years ago. You know, some old fart saying, "Well, this is the way that me and your mother get along so well because of this." And so I think it was something to do with that.
Yeah, and you liked it.
Yeah, I liked it.
It does
work. Works.
And we can do that instead, can't we? Because P&P is very much us. We were just trying to think of things that we could do that were funny, like what the helly. But go on, have you got one for this week?
So this is mine is with you. Every time we come in for a hug, we have a hug. We share a beautiful hug.
I know what's coming.
You end up patting me on the back.
Like a dog.
Like a dog. Or like your mum pats you on the back when you hug her, and it's a bit like, but with your partner, it's a bit, what's the word? Like condescending or something, or like, good on you, champ. Real champy. Good on you, buddy. You're a battler. You're a battler, but you'll be right. Whereas, a hug from your partner is meant to be saying I love you without saying I love you.
Yeah, I apologize. I actually apologize.
And I tell you, and now when I pat you. Now when I hug you hug, and I just know that your hand wants to go, and I'm thinking, oh, now she's really thinking about it, and you're trying your very hardest to not pat me.
P&P.
P&P. And I just when you pat me, I just go, P&P, she loves you. She doesn't think you're a battler.
Do you know what it is? I feel like the when we hug, sometimes I'm like, I really have loads of stuff to do and I don't have enough time, but I should just be mindful about giving you the hug.
So you're telling me now that the patting is like me flushing the toilet. I'm trying to rush my way up. Trying to rush my way up and get out of there. No. You're trying to wrap the hug up to get out of there because you got shit to do.
No, I think it might just be
yes, you did.
No, I feel bad. No, I think it might just be a habit that I've started doing. You've just got such a lovely back, darling. I just like to pat it a couple of times.
That's a lie.
Yeah, I'm being more mindful. I'm being more mindful about that because I am bad at doing that. I don't do that with Eloise though, or like my friends when I hug them, but I don't go in for a long hug. We will hug for ages. Like, You meant my mum always says.
Gosh.
My mum always says.
You don't like
30-second or 20-second hug to release more oxytocin. We'll have a hug after this, and I'll rub your back instead.
What's
I
yours?
actually don't really have a P&P this week. I just wanted to say
great.
how actually really grateful I am to have such wonderful friends and for you to be part of that wonderful friendship as well and you to get on with them so well.
Oh, that's lovely.
Because I
do love my new bestie, Tom.
Besties.
He's a bloody unit, that fella.
Well, to be fair, it rolls a bit onto our last segment of the pod, which is past, present, future, where we'll talk about past, present or future. So we could talk a bit about the past because I guess they've been and gone now and we had the best time. And I just wanted to say, like, it feels really nice to be in a relationship where I'm actually really happy and it's not like false. And I'm not saying that all of my last relationships were false because it wasn't, but there was always underlying unhappiness there. But there's none of that with you.
I love that.
And I like that we're just, I'm like, we're the last of our friends to be in a relationship, aren't we?
The last of our friends to be in a relationship. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like you were the only one of your single friends, really, and same with me.
Apart from Steffi Benedict.
Oh, yeah. But
a good friend.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that's right.
So I don't know how it felt for you or not. Yeah, you're like, thanks, mate. Yeah, move on.
What bit? Yeah.
Did it feel nice to be around my friends? Because you don't really ever be around my friends because they don't live. So she's my friend from school. I've been friends with her for such a long time. It's different from the friends here.
She's like a sister to you, really.
Yeah.
And both of them and seeing interact with Tom and that, it's awesome. It's beautiful.
Yeah, because
they're like family. They're like family, and he looks out for you. And when you had that migraine, he was checking in more than that's just as much as Elle was. Like, oh, we're worried about her. Keep us updated, Clayton. They're awesome, and it was lovely to be a part of, and it was awesome to have me here for a week and a half because we're seeing them again in Bali in a couple of weeks' time.
Buzzing.
So it's exciting knowing that we've got a whole I like your friends, and that, once or twice a year when we all catch up, those times are always going to come up, and it's going to be easy and cool.
Oh, it is,
and fun and stuff. But
what about the golf? Yeah,
I went golfing with Tom.
I lost you for 2 Saturdays in a row to the man. What the hell?
The boys, yeah.
I was buzzing.
We don't.
I was like, see you later.
We don't need the girls anymore. We went out and played golf, and that was awesome. He's loves his golf, which is bonus.
Yeah, you love golf.
Yeah, we just froth it. So it was funny because they've been living in Singapore for like 8 years now.
Yeah.
So in Singapore, he was telling me all this stuff, and it's like, always the humidity's so high, like 90, 95, that when they go play golf there, absolutely do not walk. Like walking is just not a thing. Like
that's wild,
you always
isn't
get
it?
a motor cart, buggy, whatever you want to call it. Like we'll call it a motor cart. And so I made him walk the 18 and he was flagging. Like it was funny because he brought it up and he's strutting around. He's like, do you walk most of the time? I'm like, yeah, mate.
We're in Australia.
We're in Australia. We've got shorts on.
Do you not get
shorts
a boogie if
and
it's
walk
sunny?
And all these things are so different to him.
Do you not get a boogie if it's really sunny? Because sometimes it's really hot.
Well, if it's really hot, then and the course is long. But walking's a cool part of it, and it's half the product,
Well, he was like, I've
Really
done
take it in.
15,000 steps.
Yeah.
I was like, well done, son.
And he was drinking his gin beans. He was calling gin beans. Beans.
What are they for people? Because no one will know what they are.
I think it's rum, or is it bourbon and
Oh,
Coke?
is it?
Bourbon and Coke.
No way. I thought it was a beer.
No. It's I should know what it is actually because I don't drink it a
Rum.
lot. But I definitely know it's not called bean. It's a gin bean. But that was funny.
Asking.
And when they first got in, I gave him one of our most prestigious beers, a Melbourne Bitter, and he was a bit.
I mean, he had 3.
Yeah, he still sucked.
Still got them down.
So yeah, we went out to dinner.
Yeah, we did, didn't we? Yeah. We went to a place in
Paran.
No, it wasn't Paran, was
South
it?
Yarra.
No. What's the next one?
Gosh, Windsor.
It was called Studio Amaro. And one of my friends, Mon, or our friends, Mon, I'd asked her because she's always going out for dinners. And I was like, look, where do I take my friend? Because we don't leave Bayside. And I was like, where should I go for dinner? And she was like, Studio Amaro is meant to be really, Amaro is meant to be really good. I really wanted to take them to Francois. And that is somewhere I will take them next year. But it's just a bit more.
Restaurant,
yeah, it's a bit more. It's not as, you don't dress up to go in there. It's a bit more rustic. Casual. Yeah. And I wanted to put a nice dress on, and we went to the Beverley rooftop and had some sunset drinks, which was really nice. And then we went for dinner, and their pasta and steak and chicken.
Oh, it was unreal.
Was
really
unbelievable.
good.
It was.
When you're driving down Chapel Street, you don't really notice some of those. So for everyone in Melbourne or coming to Melbourne, it's a must hit up. But yeah, during the day you don't really notice it's there, and at night it's lit up, and you're like, I didn't even know this place was here.
Yeah.
All the details, like, even the entrees and stuff, like olives. No, it's a simple dish,
Yeah,
but they hit, and
And the staff were really on it.
Service was
They were
unreal.
on it. Yeah.
And you don't mind shelling out some extra cashola for that good stuff. But yeah,
Absolutely.
it was unreal. So fun.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
We were back home by 8:30.
I know.
Raging night. Big night.
I love it. It was 8:20 and we were in our pajamas at home.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't. Was I half?
No, you weren't. Me and Tom were.
Yes, naughty boys been on the golf course drinking from 11:30 in the morning.
45.
They were like, you were like, oh,
Close enough to 12.
We're going to do 9 holes, right? And then we went to South Melbourne Markets, Eloise and I, which
I'll
was
say
class.
this out right now. We were never doing only
I
9.
know. And then he texted us and he was like, do you think we should play the other 9? And I went, have a look at the time, because I know you're not great with time management, but have a look at the time. And we've got to leave the house in about 2 hours, 15 minutes. You were like, sound, I'm on the 10th hole. I was like, great. I was like, great. And then, yeah, you made it back. We went out, which to be fair, you did pretty well. I've actually got a future thing down here, which I haven't discussed with you, but I think that you'll like this more than me because I am normally the culprit of this. Maybe this is a bit of a P&P, but I thought, darling, maybe.
Here we go.
I thought we could maybe schedule one night a week for 3 or 4 hours, maybe 2 hours, where we don't have phones at all.
Oh, that's good.
Because it takes over my life, doesn't it?
I would love that because I can do that. Might be a struggle for you, but that's
Should we do that before our next pod and we can discuss how delightful it was?
Yeah, absolutely.
Should we do that?
Let's do that.
We'll have to look at the diaries. Maybe tonight.
We'll look at the diaries when we get home tonight.
Or Tuesday.
Yes.
But yeah. Thanks, babe.
Thanks, babe. Good to talk to you
Good
again.
to talk to you.
Can't wait for next week.
Can't wait for next week. Anyone who wants to...
Yes, please. Send stuff in.
So you can listen on iTunes, Spotify. I'm hoping the videos are coming up on Spotify, like the recordings of our faces. We need to look into that.
Check our own product.
And then we've got it on YouTube. The YouTube is following Sydney, and then it's in a T and Timtams folder. But sorry about the recording last week and the microphone conundrum.
We did our best to enhance the audio, and I think Tom Buck did a good job.
Tom did do a good job, but we've hopefully got the microphones working. Let's hope my iPad has worked correctly this week. And yeah, if you want to send anything in, it's tntt@gmail.com or message me on Following Sydney, and we'll read some bits out of your P&Ps, the new part. Protect and preserve things that you do with your friends and family to, get you through. And yeah, I am so ADHD.
Yep. Till next
Anyway,
week.
have a good day, honey.
Have a good day, babe. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.